Good evening, Shenandoah Mustang fans. We're about 6 minutes to go until game time, as you can tell by the Red Oak Tigers scoreboard. That's the only thing you're going to see tonight. I'm TJ Young alongside my usual tag team partner. Aaron Burdorf is back with me in the broadcast booth. I use that term loosely. We're up in the visitors' bleachers. Really nice spot, though. The sun's behind us, nice and shady. Coach, excited to be back for the broadcast. Wish we could live stream the video, but we cannot.
Right, and so that means we actually have to talk about the game tonight, not random other stuff while you watch the game. We actually have to talk about what's going on in the game. So we'll do our best at that. We can't promise you anything.
And for those of you that are wondering why we cannot or why we are not showing the game, believe me, it was not my choice. It was not Mr. Burdorf's choice. It was all dictated to us by powers that be that are located nowhere in the 51601 area code. For me, as the cars are behind us because we're on the visitors park or the visitors side, to me it's a shame when entities or whatever feel like they're bigger than the kids. It's about the kids, it's about their families, it's about their friends, it's about the communities, and it's a shame that we can't stream it, and we do apologize for that. We're going to do the best job that we can tonight. It's probably all I'll say on it, because if I said more, I'd probably get in trouble. So.
Well, every week, I mean, we broadcast to the millions.
Yeah, the millions.
And the millions aren't getting to watch the kids play tonight. They have to listen to us instead.
Yep, and watch the scoreboard.
And watch the scoreboard.
Yep.
So
who knows, maybe we'll feel a little froggy as the game goes on and just dip the camera down. But I'd feel like we'd get in trouble for that.
Well, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I get fired from this
job?
I've got a replacement.
You do.
It sounds like
you
did a good job.
You did a pretty good job. You did do a pretty good job. We are going to step aside, as you can tell by looking at that fancy clock that you're going to be looking at for the next 3 hours or so. There's about 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go until we kick off. We'll take a break, pay some bills. We'll come back and get you a quick setup for tonight's district opener between the Tigers and your Mustangs.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Jim Hughes Real Estate has been a family-owned business since 1973, serving Iowa, Missouri, and Nebraska. Our experienced sales staff is eager to work for you. We look forward to offering you the best in personal service to meet all of your real estate needs, including residential, commercial, land, new construction, and auction services. Visit our website at jimhughesrealestate.com. Our website is updated daily. That's jimhughesrealestate.com.
Jamie.
It's always been my dream to own a locker.
You like school that much, huh?
Actually, no, my own meat locker.
I'm processing.
So, what do you think?
Well, if that's your it, let's make it happen.
Welcome back into Red Oak. I don't even have to say the time anymore tonight. I guess that's one nice thing about it is I don't have to relay the time, score, timeouts, down and distance.
It's all up there.
It's all up there for everybody to see. Nothing else, but there's that. Coach, Shenandoah 2-1, Red Oak 3-0, district opener. Shenandoah, we'll talk about our kids first. Tough one last Friday night. Big physical Atlantic team that just kind of took it to us on the ground as the game got going, and we just couldn't really get anything going offensively. What are maybe some things we're looking to see maybe some changes from last week to this week?
Well, I think the biggest difference will be the size up front. Atlantic had some big dudes up front, and that was hard for us to deal with. But obviously we need to get something going on the ground a little bit, and then I think Scammon will get his yards through the air. It's just a matter of moving the ball on the ground a little bit here and there, and taking some pressure off of him so he doesn't have to pass it. 2 out of every 3 downs, and so if the Mustangs can do that, they'll be successful. And then obviously, Red Oak with their spread offense and 5 guys running routes, and then a fleet-footed quarterback. We're going to have to play some contained defense tonight here in Red Oak's homecoming.
I believe, and this is very, very not official stats, but last week I was keeping the stats for the yardage per play, and I believe the longest run from scrimmage last week was 2 yards for the Mustangs, and they did total with the sacks and fumbles and whatnot. It was somewhere in the minus 50s on the ground. Definitely need to get the ground game going. Our offense, a lot different from last year. It is not a let's throw the ball all over the yard offense. It's a run to set up the pass type of deal, try to be a little balanced. So I agree with you on that. I think defensively it might be a little tough. This is a very similar style offense than what we saw last week, with a bigger, better back.
Yeah, and a fleet-footed quarterback who can really run it too. And so, it's going to definitely be some contain, probably some bend don't break type of defense. Yeah. You're going to give up yards, but keep the ball in front of you for sure, and then contain it and give your team an opportunity to come and make a tackle.
And I do hope that Red Oak decides they want to throw it all over the yard, because if they do, we're in the game. If they decide they're going to run it 90% of the time, we could be in some trouble. As we are set to go, you can't see it, but from left to right on your score clock, Zwickel kicks it off, and Red Oak's going to take it up to about the 30-yard line, where they will start their night on offense, 1st and 10.
You even need to put that up. It's over on the board.
Okay, it's on the board. I guess I don't know. You guys can see it, folks. I'm not going to do that all night. I apologize for that. I don't know why I'm apologizing. It wasn't my decision.
It wasn't.
Well, we love you guys for sticking with us. We appreciate it. We're going to do as good a job as we can. We're definitely not radio broadcasters. We like people to be able to see it.
If any of our million listeners are still tuning in, we're still broadcasting the game. So
1st and 10 at the 30. Trips formation to the near side. Rotor, miscommunication in the backfield, bounces to the outside. Is going to get to about the 37-yard line. It's going to be about a 6-yard gain. So a miscommunication in the backfield, like you said, working on that contain. Rotor was able to get outside, pick up about 6 yards.
Yeah, absolutely. Mustangs came hard on that left side of the defensive line, got in the backfield, just couldn't wrap up and make a tackle. And Rotor gets around the right edge for a 6-yard pickup, 2nd down and 4.
Oh, well,
maybe the scoreboard will.
I better work on that for you. So 2nd down and 4. Bond motioning from left to right in the shotgun, handed off to Fouts up the middle. Fouts is going to stretch to about the 40-yard line. Looks like he's going to be just short. Maybe a gain of about 4 yards. It's going to be set up a 3rd down and maybe 6 inches or so for the Tigers. Good job on the first carry from Fouts by the Mustang defense.
Yeah, kept him inside, and Harold comes from his middle linebacker spot this week to make that tackle.
So pistol formation and a flag on the play, and that happens a lot with Red Oak. There was one drive in last week's game. They ran 28 plays. I don't even know if they scored. I think they scored, but I think 10 of them were penalties on that drive. They will shoot themselves in the foot. That's turning them in from being maybe a great team to just being a good team.
Yeah, absolutely. Just watching the first half of last week's game on Huddle, Red Oak definitely had some drives where they just shot themselves in the foot and moved themselves backwards because of false start penalties, holding penalties, and so here's their first one of the night.
So pistol formation for Rotor, drops back to pass. He's got all day, throws it deep to Bond on the left side and overshot on a flag route. They ran a smash flag concept there. Really good against a cover 2. It looked like the Mustangs were in man there. And again, like I said, if you can get the Tigers throwing the ball, I'm sure they're fine throwing the ball, but they're a good running team. They're not a good passing team. That plays into the Mustangs' hands.
Yeah, absolutely. Bond was wide open down the left sideline, but overthrown. Judging the wind will be a little bit difficult here early for both quarterbacks.
High punt by, looked like that was Woods, and that's going to take a Tiger bounce to about the 20-yard line, for the Mustangs. So the Mustangs will take over. I wish we had the down and distance on this fancy scoreboard up here.
Yeah.
But we don't have it, so I'll do my best to keep it rolling. But Mustangs' first drive offensively for Scammon and company, and see if we can get something going, like you said, on the ground to mix in with the passing attack that at times is successful.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it's going to be a matter of who can win the battle up front this week, and if the Mustangs are going to be successful, it's going to take the 5 guys up front moving the ball.
So wide trips to the near side, and motioned by the slot back on the far side. That was Spangler. He's going to take a jet sweep handoff. He's going to pick up a couple of yards here. It's hard for me to see it from our perch here on the back of the far right corner of our bleachers, but it looks like a gain of about 3. So it was set up a 2nd down and 7, Coach.
Yeah, an interesting formation, a little bit different formation there.
Yeah,
an empty backfield by the Mustangs that they're on 1st down, and so now they'll go back to their normal pistol formation.
So we've got Scammon in the pistol, McManus motioning and handing it off to Dickerson up the middle on a little zone read, and Dickerson's going to pick up maybe, Coach says 3 yards there, so it's going to set up a 3rd down and 4. At least so far, 3 yards a pop will get it done. You're in that 3rd and 4 or 5 range.
Yeah, maybe only got about 2, so it's about 3rd and 5. But good blocking up front. Just needs to run through that first tackle, and he's going to get into the secondary right there.
So now 3rd down and 5. I've adjusted it on the scoreboard. Coach Burdorf's closer to the action than I am right now as the Mustangs move from left to right on your scoreboard on your screen there. And it's a fake handoff by Scammon, who rolls to the near side, passing in the flat to, it was Blake Harold. He's going to be short of the 1st down by about maybe 2 yards there, so a pickup of about 3, and we got an injury timeout already on the field, and that's not a good sign, I believe. Yeah, that's going to be number 10 in maroon and white, and we'll step aside for 30 as they tend to Mr. Harold. We'll be back right after this.
Here it is. This is where my passion is my major.
With more than 80 areas of study, dozens of clubs and activities to choose from, and advisors who ask the right questions and offer support, it's easy to be you at Iowa Western.
Have room in their press box.
United Group Insurance is a team of people you know and people you trust. We offer home, auto, farm, crop, life, health, and commercial insurance from our convenient offices in Atlantic, Griswold, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. Our team of agents work together to make sure our customers find an insurance policy they feel great about. We offer a variety of insurance carriers, so you can choose what works for your coverage needs. Learn more at United Group INS.
Every inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Welcome back into Red Oak as Blake Harold was able to make his way off the field. Had some assistance. It's going to be 4th down and about 2, maybe 3. Dalton Athan set back to punt now. He gets a low line drive that's going to bounce right at midfield and picked up by Dawson Bond at the 42-yard line of Red Oak, and he's corralled in there. There's another flag on the play, and I think we're going to say that a lot tonight. That's probably going to be a block in the back there by Red Oak. So what was going to be really good field position is going to bring them back about 10 yards, it looks like.
Yep, little block in the back there, right in front of the official who was coming back from the middle of the field, and it's going to move Red Oak back from the spot of the foul. Is that how that goes here on the block in the back?
Yeah. So we did get our first text or message from somebody who didn't catch the intro. We apologize, and I'll probably do this a few more times as the night goes. The camera will only be on the scoreboard tonight. You can send all of your questions, comments, and concerns to the Red Oak School District. I don't know the address, but it is not our decision, and this is where we are. So that's where we are. And we're 1st and 10, and Roeder in the pistol, handing the ball off to Fouts. It's on the ground. Misplay on the handoff, and the Mustangs will recover. It looked like just a simple handoff to Fouts and didn't get the biscuit in the basket, and the Mustangs recovered. I couldn't see who the guy was.
Yeah.
But that's a 1st and 10 and flipping field position.
That's Bo Gardner on the fumble recovery. The ball kind of bounced all the way from the backfield all the way to in front of where the first down mark was.
Yeah, it was about a 10-yard
fumble. It did roll quite a ways, but Bo Gardner was able to catch up to it and get on it, and it's Mustang ball just inside the Red Oak 40.
So now 1st and 10, first play from scrimmage this season without number 10 on the field, at least not due to cramps. So we'll see what happens. 2 backs in the backfield. We got a little cross-buck action to Dickerson, who gets to the outside on the left side, and he's going to pick up about 6 yards. So nice little misdirection there, a little wrinkle from last week to this week, trying to get the ground game going, and Dickerson picks up about 6.
Yeah, really good run there. Again, if he can make the first guy miss, he's definitely going to gain some yards. So good job of moving his feet, sliding them to the left, and making the first guy miss, and then getting into the Red Oak secondary for a nice little gain.
So 8:30 to go in quarter number 1. I don't need to tell you guys that at home. You're looking right at it. 2nd down and 4. And again, it's 3 receivers, 2 backs in the backfield, scamming back to pass. He's taking a deep shot down the left side to Spangler. It's a 50-50 ball in the end zone, and it's intercepted by Jack Kling, senior, 6'4", against Spangler, who's probably in shoes, 5'10". And that jump ball it was all Jack Kling. That was a good play by Kling.
That was a really good play by Kling there, just cut in front of Spangler right as they entered into the end zone. He was able to out-jump Spangler for the interception. Red Oak ball at their own 20-yard line.
So far, through the first basically 4 minutes, we've had a pretty significant injury, which we hope is nothing too severe. We've had a couple penalties that have thwarted drives for Red Oak. We've had 2 turnovers. I mean, it's been a lot of action here in the first 4 minutes. I wish everybody could see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's great for us, I guess. Another penalty here.
Pre-snap penalty. It's probably going to
be an equipment.
Is it an equipment malfunction here? Or was it a snap infraction? Yeah, snap infraction is what they call it.
Gotcha.
That happened, I don't know if you watched any of the NFL games this week, but it happened a couple of times in a row in one of the NFL games I was watching.
TJ acts like I have time on the weekend to watch games.
It's the only day I got off. So 1st down and 15, twin receivers to the near side, Roeder in the pistol, and this time he gets the handoff to Fouts. Fouts gets to the outside, another flag. So Fouts ended up getting about 7 yards on the play, but he's going to get, that's all for naught. That's going to come back with a hold by the middle of that offensive line. So 1st and 15 is going to turn into about a 1st and 20.
And we're going to have a personal foul on top of that for a little language towards the official. So the first one's on 72, Echternock. He got called for the hold. And then on the way back to the huddle, 65, not on the roster. He must have said something to the official because he pulled his flag right back out and tossed it up in the air again. So not a good start for Red Oak here when it comes to the color yellow.
Yeah, that's the 4th and 5th penalty of this first quarter in just the first 4 minutes of game action. And that's going to set them all the way back to about the 3.5-yard line. So it's going to be a 1st down and about 22. Is that right? Is that my math?
Yeah, it's a long ways. 22, yep.
1st down and Corning here for Red Oak. But 22 yards is not a crazy amount for a first down team with a guy that averages 11 yards a carry.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the Mustangs kind of just a 3-down lineman type of situation here, and saying, hey, if you are going to pass it on this longer, down and distance, we'll just drop 8 guys into pass coverage and say, I bet you can't get 22 yards on us doing that.
That's exactly what they did on first down. Is Roeder was back to pass, and there really wasn't much of a pass rush, but they had, like you said, 8 in coverage, and it was an errant throw, which I think we'll see a lot tonight if that's what Red Oak decides to do. But second down and 22 now, pistol formation at their own 3-yard line. And another free-snap penalty.
This guy does not like how the center is holding the ball.
You cannot go back much further than they are right now. Half the distance to the goal is going to put them on about the 1.5-yard line. And for Shenandoah, you got to take advantage of this situation. You can't let them get out of this, and you got to get good field position and capitalize.
Yeah, I can't see what the center is doing, but they do not like the way he goes down and grips the ball.
So second and 22, the handoff to Fouts to the near side, trying to get to the edge. Good job by the Mustang defense initially, and he's wrestled down by number 58 for the Mustangs. And that, my friends, is Mr. Ben Labrum, and that is a gain of just about a yard and a half. So third and 22, really good job by Ethan to seal the edge, and then Labrum cleaned it up.
Yeah, really good job here by Richardson, Rystrom, and Labrum up front here, just doing their job of going straight into the Red Oak backfield, trying to push these O-linemen back into the backfield and cause some disruption.
So balance formation, pistol formation, 2 receivers to each side. Roeder fakes the handoff, rolls out to the right. He throws it deep, and it is incomplete, in and out of the hands of an 84, and I don't have an 84 in the program. It was a good effort. It was a tough ball. Threw it deep on a third and 22, so now you're punting if you're Red Oak. Good coverage by Shaw back there.
84 is Berggren.
Okay. Brighton Berggren.
We're kind of like Missouri Valley here. We got to use 2 different sources of information to get rosters.
So fourth down and 22 with 7 minutes and change to go in quarter number 1. Mustangs set to get really good field position here, assuming we can field the punt and get a solid return here. Fouts kicking from deep in his own end zone. He gets a boomer away that's going to get caught right at the 43-yard line, and Spangler was absolutely drilled right when he caught it, and the Mustangs still in good field position, but at the 44-yard line, really good punt in his own end zone by Fouts.
Yeah, that ball just hung up there, and Spangler did a good job of catching it, and no place for him to go there after the catch.
Sandwiched between 2 Red Oak Tiger defenders, but still really good field position. That was kind of the bugaboo for the Mustangs. That kind of led to the downfall in their last game. They were losing the field position battle. Now they're winning it right now through the first 5 minutes or so. So balance formation, McManus motioning from left to right. Handoff up the middle to Bo Gardner. Gardner bounces to the outside. He's to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, down at the 9-yard line. First and goal, Mustangs' biggest run for 2 weeks. Good to see Bo Gardner back. A nice little run.
That's Dickerson carrying the ball. That's all right. But it wasn't.
Nobody would have known. Nobody would have known.
It's true. What are we doing? Nobody knew. But it was Dickerson on the carry again. He made the first guy miss. A really good job of setting the edge by the right side of the Mustang offense. Down
Gardner's 40. Dickerson's 30.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. So first and goal at the 9-yard line. And Scammon hands it off up the middle. There's a flag on the play. First penalty of the day for the Mustangs. That's going to be, I'm assuming, an illegal procedure. Yeah. Coach Ratliff on the sideline was trying to get him to go faster, and I don't think everybody was set.
Yeah, I think we snapped it a little bit too quick. The right side of the offense wasn't quite set, but again, down in distance here, first and goal from now the 14. The Mustangs would be this would be a good possession, punch one in, and get ahead of Red Oak here on their homecoming.
Absolutely. So first down and goal now, as Coach said, at the 14-yard line. And Scammon fakes a snap, or fakes a handoff. He gets to the outside, and really good tackle over there by number 22 on the outside, Corbin Baldwin. Scammon trying to get to the edge, but just going laterally there. We talk about that a lot when you try to run to the edge. try to get north and south and at least get a couple, as that ended up being a loss of about 3 yards. Or no gain on the play, excuse me.
I think he actually had the ability to maybe turn up a little bit earlier. Yeah. Whoever was over there on that far side wide receiver blocking had Bergeron out to the outside, and he just needs to read his blocker's butt and cut it up inside.
Trips receivers to the near side. Scammon takes a snap, half roll to the right, sets his feet, pump fakes. Now he's got to get rid of it, and he throws it off to the side, and there's no whistle, so they're going to say that's a fumble, and Riley Fouts picks it up, and he may go. He's to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Red Oak. It's 6-0. On a play that probably should have just been thrown away.
And I don't like the call at all because it happened right in front of us. That ball was definitely a forward pass, and the white hat looked at his sideline official and gave no indication of what was happening. So he just stood there and didn't do anything, and then the play's already going down the field. Now he's trying to chase it while questioning whether or not it was an incomplete pass. So I'm hoping that they're going to come back, and they do. They come back with the incomplete pass, which is going to move the ball back down here to the 14-yard line and wipe off the 6 points, which is absolutely the right call. Although the Red Oak fans don't like it, it's absolutely the right call.
Boy, I wish I had the opportunity to show you guys what that looked like, because it happened right in front of us.
Right in front of us.
Scammon had half rolled to the right, got stopped, and it was pretty well right in front of me and Coach. We're sitting at about the 30-yard line, and he got stopped, got kind of spun around, and literally threw it right kind of at us in our direction. If it was anything, it was just slightly ahead of where he was,
right.
about a yard ahead.
And so now, because the down and distance guy moved, they don't even know where the ball is supposed to be spotted. That's definitely not where we get the ball. If it's an incomplete pass, the ball is definitely on the 14-yard line.
Unless they call it he was down by contact.
Oh, he went like this, so he's not in the grasp, right? So it should be a third down on the 14-yard line.
That's what it should be, but we are not there. If you could see this at home.
Now they're going to call intentional grounding. Now we're just making stuff up. We have lost all control here in Red Oak with 5:20 left to go. You didn't want to see any of that because now we're just making stuff up.
3rd and goal at the 27-yard line. I got to feel like we're probably going to throw this one here. Scammon gets a snap, drops back to pass. He's got a man open, and again it's almost intercepted. He had McManus open on the flat route, and he tried to force it into Spangler, which right now probably your top target with Harold out, and just kind of got carted off.
Yeah,
right
and
in front of us.
I think if he would have kept coming over here to the sideline, Ethan was actually coming open down the right sideline. Everybody started to flow back towards the middle, and Ethan was open about the 5-yard line down here in this right corner.
So 4th and goal now at the 27-yard line. This has to be a shot to the end zone. A turnover here in the end zone doesn't really matter. You got to throw it up.
Kind of like the old school P for K.
Yeah. And heavy pressure, and the ball sails on a little tunnel screen. Not a really big fan of that play call. You got to get 27 yards, and we run a tunnel screen. But heavy pressure by Braden Woods, who, of all of the Red Oak Tigers, he's the game wrecker on that defensive line, and he applied really quick pressure to force that errant throw.
Yeah, he got in there really quick and put some pressure on Scammon and wasn't able to get a good pass off. But again, it's better than 6 points the other way, right? It's still Red Oak ball here on their 27-yard line. So I think the Mustangs will ultimately take that, and now we play defense, dig in, and all of that happened. Does it seem like the clock's not moving?
Yeah. Folks, let us know at home, because that's all you're looking at right now. 1st and 10, full house backfield for Red Oak, and Roeder throws it deep ball down the left side, and it's caught by Dawson Bond, and he's down at the opposite 30-yard line. So for my math, that is a 42-yard pass, and again, it's just a straight go route, and you just, in a cover 3 defense, you can't let the guy get behind you.
Right, and just runs straight down the sideline, gets deep into the Mustang secondary, gets past the corner, and is able to catch that pass for a big gain, a big first down for Red Oak.
The first completion for Red Oak. Before that, they were 0 for 3, I believe, and nothing really overly close. So that's a big play. And again, full house backfield with Fouts in the back, and he gets the handoff, goes right between the tackles on the right side, and he gets swallowed up after a gain of about it looks like 5. So we're going to set up a 2nd down and 5 for Red Oak. There's a big hole there, closed quickly as Labrum made the stop.
Yeah, really good job by the interior part of the defense. But again, can't let this offensive line get moving, because if that happens, the Red Oak is going to start rolling.
So getting out of that full house backfield, which has worked really well the last 2 plays. Now you're into that balance formation, 2 receivers to each side. Bond in motion from left to right. He's going to get the handoff, going to the right side, and he jukes Spangler on that right side, and now Bond off and running, and he's going to pick up a 1st down on a pickup of about 7 yards. So, Spangler in the right spot right there. Just Bond put a little hit the B button there, and juked him and got a 1st down. Yeah,
absolutely. He's super shifty, and he gets his feet moving in the right direction, and then he does kind of the duck under with his helmet, and all of a sudden he's deep into the Mustang secondary.
So just under 4 minutes to go, as you all know, because you're watching it at home. Trips receivers to the wide side of the field. Pistol formation for Roeder. Roeder hands the ball off to Fouts, who went to the right side, cut it back inside, and a really good job in there by Bo Gardner, stopping Fouts for just a gain of maybe a yard. It's going to, looks like he lost a yard. So, be a second. Gained a yard. They're a little slow over there. So it's a 2nd down and 9 here for the Tigers. Really good 1st down play as Tigers are kind of knocking on the door of getting this first score.
Yeah, that was a really good play by Gardner coming. Now he's playing that middle linebacker spot with Harold out. And then Rystrom did a good job of coming in and being that secondary tackler to make that stop.
Balance formation for Roeder again in the pistol. He takes a snap. He's going to drop back. He's going to roll out to his left. He doesn't see anybody open. He's going to tuck and run. And McManus drags him out of bounds after a gain of maybe about 4 yards, it looks like. So it's going to set up maybe 5. So it's going to set up a 3rd down and about 3 for the Tigers.
Yeah, again, that what we talked about in the opening, the fleet-footed quarterback. If we can't set the edge and keep the edge, then he's going to roll out. And if he doesn't see anybody open early, he gets to the edge. He's super quick and can gain yards on his own.
Balance formation in the pistol. Fouts probably going to get the handoff here, and he does right up the middle, and he is swallowed up right away, but it may still be a 1st down as Fouts fell forward. But that's a really good job again by Gardner fighting through in there along with big number 60. And we got another Mustang down. Looks like it's Gardner, and he's going to get up relatively quickly. He's going to have to take a playoff favor in that shoulder that's given him fits all year. So hopefully he's all right. Hopefully it's just a little tweak and he can get back in there, because he's had a really good defensive series.
Yep, and Bond was slow to get up as well.
They did give him the 1st down there, so it will be a 1st and goal. Fell forward there for that little extra yardage that he needed. So 1st and goal with a new man in the backfield. Looks like that's Bond, and Bond's going to get the handoff. He's going to dance around, went from right to left, and he's got the edge on the left side, and that's a touchdown, as that play was designed to go on the right side, kind of a right side off tackle. Bond stuck his foot in the ground and bounced it all the way to the outside, to the opposite side for 6.
Yeah, I misspoke. Fouts was the one who left the field after that play with Gardner coming off as well. And if you go back and watch the first three weeks of Red Oak football, that's exactly how they've gained yards, is broken plays. They're not actually running anything. They're just giving it to their fleet-footed running backs, and they just kind of run around kind of backyard football until they find a spot to run downfield.
And now Bond to kick, and that ball is well short. It was an extra point from the 3, and it landed about 7 yards deep in the end zone. So with, as you can see, 2:29 to go in the first quarter, Red Oak on top, 6-0.
Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah has been here over 25 years, and they specialize in financing. Buy here, pay here. At Sorensen Auto Plaza, they finance all credit types. Bad credit, no problem. Visit SorensenAutoplaza.com to apply for financing, and stop by and visit us on Sheridan Avenue. Sorensen Auto Plaza, proud to support this Shenandoah live stream.
Heritage Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
Welcome back into Red Oak. 6-0 Tigers about to kick off as they have broken the seal on the scoreboard, as you can tell. Is 6-0. And Spangler back to receive at about the 13-yard line. That's a deep kick. That's going to sail into the end zone for a touchback. That's a really good boot there. But it looks like that was that Chase Roeder that kicked that, number 2?
Yeah.
That was a big boot. that was high and that was deep. And boy, if you could have seen it, that was majestic.
It was wind aided, but
sure,
but it did look pretty in the air.
It did. Just take our word for it, folks.
Yeah.
I just realized we could probably say whatever
we can.
Like, he gained 5 yards when really it was a sack or something like that. But I'm not going to do that, folks. We have too much integrity up here.
We're going to tell the truth.
You're telling the truth. So Mustangs take over at their own 20-yard line in the pistol, hand it off to Dickerson. Dickerson gobbled up right at the line of scrimmage, maybe even lost a yard there. So it's going to set up a 2nd down and 11. Really good job that time by the Tiger defensive line to get in there and stop Dickerson before he could get going.
I would tell you who got the tackle, but the home program doesn't have that kid's name in it. So
fair enough. So 2nd down and 11. And it's full house backfield and a little cross-buck action. This time it looked like that was McManus getting the carry, and he's going to fight forward for about a yard. So that's going to set up a 3rd down and about 10. And, again, we do appreciate your comments and all the love. And trust me, all of you watching and texting and doing all that fun stuff, we agree with you. We would sure like to show the feed as well. That would be wonderful, but I digress. That's not going to happen. We do apologize because we feel like we put together a pretty good product out here as far as visuals. The audio is a different story, but the video is pretty good. 3rd down and 10. Scammon back to pass. He gets hit as he throws. That was a forward pass, and they did call it an incomplete pass. Braden Woods coming off that defense's left side, got Scammon's arm as he was trying to throw, and that forced the bad throw and the incompletion.
Yeah, again, pressure just coming from the right edge of the Mustang offense, gets in the backfield and knocks the ball away as Scammon goes to pass it. And so it'll be 4th and long, about 4th and 15 from the 15.
So it's going to be Ethan again back to punt as Mustangs are inside their own end zone. That's a low line drive, and it was not blocked, but it's going to be downed at about the 30-yard line. So it's only going to be about a 25-yard punt. About a 15-yard punt there. As now looks like Ethan is a little bit gimpy coming off the field there. I don't know if he just overextended on the punt, but he's definitely in some pain there.
Well, he was kind of dancing around in the backfield before he even took the snap. So I wonder if he was hurt before he even kicked it, and he's definitely limping on his right foot, on his kicking foot. So
there is a timeout on the field, but it looks like Ethan was able to get himself off the field. So we are 1st and 10 for Red Oak, as even the folks driving in Red Oak love us.
Yep. You set the over-under on how many honks? That's number 1.
That's number 1. Roeder back to pass. He's going to roll out to his right. He's got all sorts of time. Throws back across the middle and just long. Had a guy there. He had all kinds of time. That was 84 again. And that was...
he's not on there.
We had his name earlier.
Gage Sample on the coverage. We know who that was.
Well, we have our programs, right?
Yeah, again, let me go back to this other source of information. 84, Bergeron, Brighton Bergeron, 6'2" junior.
So Brighton Bergeron just a little long, and now Fouts back in the game. Balance formation, in the pistol are the Tigers, and Roeder back to pass, throws the out route. That's a very low throw and off target. So as I was talking about at the beginning of the game, if we can get Red Oak to believe that they can throw the ball a lot, that's really where we're going to be in our best. And first down, incomplete pass, second down, incomplete pass, now third down and 10.
Yeah, again, so now you just have to play some contained defense. Don't let their shifty backs get anything going. Don't let the quarterback roll out of the pocket and be you got to kind of have a spy over the top of him that can keep up with him. So
third down and 10 at the 30-yard line. They hand it off to Fouts. He gets to the outside on the left side, and that's going to be a gain of close to 10. Depends on the spot. It's hard to see from where we're at. If we were only up in the press box, we probably have a really good shot at that.
First down, just barely.
Looks like that's just enough for a first down. They'll give him 10 yards and a first down. So first and 10 at the 20-yard line, just right at the edge of the red zone. And Coach really got to buckle down here defensively with your big play guy on the bench and probably not coming back for the game. You really got to keep this score down.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Mustangs actually came with a little bit of an inside blitz there, which actually opened up the outside edge a little bit for Red Oak there on third down.
Roeder takes a snap, hands it off to Fouts again to the left side, gets outside and tries to hurdle a tackler on the edge and gets tackled out of bounds after a gain of 5 with just under 10 seconds to go here in quarter number 1.
Yeah, really good tackle there by Xavier Martin on the edge. Had to come up from his corner spot to make that tackle. Zane McManus also chasing him down. So again, we're going to get close here to the end of the first quarter. I wish it was the third. I don't wish that. We're having a lot of fun up here. This is a good angle for the game. Yeah.
So second down, 5 yards to go. Fouts gets the handoff, a little stutter step in the backfield, gets north and south and picks up about 5. Depending upon the spot, he's going to be right at the line as we end the first quarter, and we'll let you know if it was a first down or not when we come back from this break after 1. Red Oak on top of Shenandoah, 6-0.
The strength of a house starts with its foundation, just like the strength of a community starts with its education to ensure its success for many generations to come. The Shenandoah Iowa Education Foundation strives to bring world-class education and opportunities to the youth of Shenandoah. Visit ShenandoahIowaEducationFoundation.org to become a part of the $100 Club, the Family Challenge, to donate to the Peter J. Weber Scholarship, or to make a general donation. The Shenandoah Iowa Education Foundation, partnering today for success tomorrow.
This is Kane with Gowing Plumbing. Gowing Plumbing is the name to remember for 24-hour service. That includes after hours and weekends, because that is when problems usually occur. We're located in Shenandoah, but we also serve the surrounding communities. That's the way it's been done for more than 70 years. And we work on boiler heat, so call fully licensed Gowing Plumbing any time of day or night, 246-1803, or after hours at 712-310-9248.
From large projects to daily tasks, we can help at Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. This is Josh, and we pride ourselves on quality products, knowledge, and service. We're always available for advice on the projects that take years to design or the issues that need fixed in a hurry. And we offer free estimates on anything and everything you need to complete both. When you have a demand, we offer the supply. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah.
We're back into Red Oak, third down and a yard here. The handoff to Fouts up the middle. He gets tackled in the backfield, but again falls forward. That was Rystrom for Shenandoah, who got him in the backfield, but Fouts kind of has that tendency to fall forward, and he's able to pick up first down.
Yeah, gets it by about a half yard, but it was a really good job by Rystrom getting into the backfield and putting pressure on him right away, but he is able to fall forward for the first down.
You know, you would think only being able to show the scoreboard, they'd be nice enough to at least give us a first down and distance to go, but they're not doing that, so I'm doing that for you as best I can. As the first and goal to Red Oak is handed off to Fouts on the right side, and he's got the edge, and he's got the touchdown. Just a simple handoff on an outside zone play, and Fouts gets in for his first touchdown of the night, and Red Oak on top 12-0. Just simple handoff, Coach.
Yeah, really pretty simple. Is able to bounce it outside and get to the edge. Again, if we don't have somebody to take the corner away, the edge away, if they seal the edge, their backs are definitely shifty enough, fast enough to take it to the house from just 9 yards out.
So it looks like Red Oak's going to go for 2 after missing the PAT in the first quarter. So trips to the near side, single receiver off to the far side. Roeder sprinting out to his right. He's got a wide open receiver, but he missed him. That was Dawson Bond, a wide open in the front corner of this end zone here near us, and it's incomplete. So 12-0 with 11:28 to go in quarter number 1. We'll be right back.
This very moment, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon is on his way to a newly remodeled surgical suite where he'll scrub up and dress into infection-free equipment and begin a surgery to give his patient a replacement knee. With the help of a knowledgeable staff and the latest technology, he'll give this man hope for a normal life again without walking in pain. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
We're going to step back in after just the one commercial, Coach. 12-0. We did get a text just in between the first and second quarter that we still have our loyal listeners and watchers that are still sticking with us, even though we've been dealt 7s and 2s offsuit. But we're still plugging away. We got 50+ watchers already right
people
now. We appreciate it.
Hey, we evidently, our comedy relief on a Friday night just does it for some people, and they're willing to hang with us, which is good. I'm glad that we could bring you your Friday entertainment while you stare at your TV that is showing a scoreboard from Red Oak.
Well, we keep apologizing, but I just got to keep telling myself it wasn't our fault.
It wasn't. It had nothing to do with us.
No, nothing at all. So there was a penalty on the kickoff. It went out of bounds, and another penalty for Red Oak's going to set Shenandoah up in good field position. It just seems like last 5 quarters plus, Shenandoah just needs some good vibes here on offense. They've really been snake bitten by just not really being able to sustain drives.
Right. And so again, if we can make the first guy miss, I think Dickerson can gain some yards in the ground, and then just some short passes here and there, some dink and dunk stuff. See right there again, we got the first. I said C. Like people like anybody can see it.
You all saw it.
Dickerson made the first guy miss and is able to get into the linebacker depth. He does only gain 2, but that was a nice little play. They did block correctly on the right-hand side of the offensive line, and Spangler was able to kind of kick out the D end, and Dickerson cut it back in, but a nice play by the Red Oak linebackers to hold Dickerson to just the 2-yard gain.
So 2nd down and 8 on the toss play by Dickerson. Got him a couple of yards there. And now we're going to get trips receivers way over here, away from the formation. And single receiver on the far side. Might have had too many men in the backfield, but they didn't throw a penalty flag. Scammon rolling to his left. High throw to Spangler, and he catches it at the 50-yard line. That's the best-looking throw of the day by Scammon. The nice thing about that, this was a big critique from last week to this week, is when he rolls out a lot of times as a young quarterback, he's not setting his feet. That time he set his feet, spun around, and had a good base to throw from.
Yeah, did a really good job of sealing the backside so he didn't feel the pressure like he did last week. He was able to get his feet set and throw a really nice ball to Spangler down this near sideline for a nice 15-yard gain.
So 1st and 10, the same formation, just flipped the formation, and Dickerson gets the call, bounces it to the outside, got to get north and south. You couldn't see Coach up here. He did the same thing. He did that arm motion like get going north and south. He was able to pick up, it looks like maybe a couple yards there, but boy, that could have been about a 6 or 7 yard gain.
Yeah, I think he saw green grass to his outside running away from us, but again, really nice blocking up front. We actually had their DN pushed out, and if he would have just turned it inside instead of trying to chase it all the way to the outside, it would have probably been a 4 or 5 yard gain.
Yeah,
like
we
said.
Always used to tell running backs that outside grass is fool's gold. In junior high, it's wide open, right?
Right.
But when you get to the upper levels, it's fool's gold out there. You got to get north and south. Trips formation out of the near side. Scammon scrambling to his left, throws against his body, and it's nearly caught. That was definitely an awkward-looking throw, but it was pretty much on target, just a little short, and that pass falls incomplete. Scammon kind of feeling the pressure from Woods on the backside.
Yeah, and McManus had actually run the same route that Spangler had run, that little out route, and he was working back against the grain, and as Scammon threw it back to him, as the Red Oak defense had over pursued, and he was actually open just a little bit. That's a tough pass up. He had to turn all the way back around to try to get that, and so he just tried to whip it sidearm and didn't quite have enough mustard on it to get there.
So 3rd down and 8. Scammon rolling back to his left, sets his feet, fires in just off the hands of the intended receiver. Was that Martin there?
That's Cole Graham.
Cole Graham, just off the hands of Graham. Pretty good ball, maybe just a touch behind Graham, but hits both of your hands as a receiver. That's one he's going to want back.
Yeah, again, that was a really nice concept. We'd kind of run those out patterns from 2 plays in a row. We had a guy coming back across as we kind of flooded this left side and had a guy going up the middle and just missed him.
And the 3rd punter of the night for Shenandoah is Graham, and he gets a high boot, and that's going to be fair caught at about the 20-yard line. So they'll flip the field a little bit. One thing, that we would always tell receivers and quarterbacks, and that was a zone that Red Oak was running. If you're running into space, don't run out of space. As the receiver, Graham, as a freshman, should have just throttled down right there, and the pass wouldn't have been behind him. That's just something that a young kid's going to learn.
Right, and especially since he's been a running back his whole life. It's something that, now moving into the wide receiver role.
So 1st and 10, balance formation, handoff to Fouts right between the tackle and the tight end there on the right side. Picked up about a yard, maybe 2. Pretty good job defensively. That's honk number 2, Red Oak Nation. Good Lord. Oh, man. It's fun and games. 2nd down and 9. Roeder looking to pass, has all day. Goes to his right, has nobody over here, so he's going to tuck it and run. And he gets upended by Spangler after a gain of about 9. That's going to be, it looks like a 1st down. Now they're going to measure that. Nope, just kidding. He did
throw in the whistle for no reason.
Yeah, the official blew the whistle and then waved his arms in the air like we're going to measure, and then gave him a 1st down. So 1st and 10, Roeder again back to pass, looking to his left, throws a deep ball down the middle, and nearly intercepted by Gage Sample. I say it all the time, and normally it's just me talking about our quarterbacks, but because that's who we watch. But if you're throwing a deep ball on a seam route into the middle, you cannot lob that ball. You have got to put it on them, or else that's going to happen. Sample probably should have had that one.
Yeah, that was a really poorly thrown ball, and a really good job by the Red Oak wide receiver actually to come over and knock the ball out of Sample's hands.
2nd and 10, Roeder back to pass. This time he throws it to no one in particular in the middle of the field. Closest person to it was the back judge.
And he made a really nice play.
Really nice catch on the hop.
Really, really nice play.
That was a really nice catch.
I wish you could go back and watch that tomorrow morning.
Just trust us, folks. Trust us, folks. We're shooting you straight tonight, folks.
That was really an athletic play.
We got to get that guy's name.
Yeah,
if you guys know who that back judge is for our game, just put it in the chat. Let us know.
If you would let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. All you 50
I'll give you a description of him. He's wearing stripes and a black hat.
With a black hat. So 3rd down and 10, and another passing opportunity here for Red Oak. A deep ball on the left side, and really no! Flag thrown late. I take everything back from what I said about that back.
I don't want to know who that guy is. That was a really, really good job.
Really good coverage.
Really good job. That's Xavier Martin on the coverage, and he did an excellent job. There was a little bit of hand fighting, but he had the inside positioning and did a really good job to come back and knock that ball down. The Red Oak receiver was actually on his back.
Yeah. And what that guy said, what that guy down there said. So that was a tough one for Shenandoah, and they were just about to get the ball back, And that's a kid who really at the beginning of the year wasn't in the rotation back there. He's earned his stripes. He's getting some playing time with some injuries or what have you. He's getting in there. He's going up against a guy that's probably 8 inches taller than him, and he's fighting and made a good play. That's just a tough call. So 1st and 10. Balance formation, handoff to Fouts, off to the right side again, and breaking a few tackles, picks up about 7 yards, so puts up a 2nd down now and 3. for Red Oak on a drive that if you ask Coach or myself, probably anybody on this sideline, it's probably a drive that should be over, but it's not.
Yeah, that's really frustrating. But it is what it is, and so now the Mustangs have to dig in here right around midfield and make some plays here to stop it again.
Roeder back to pass again. He has to force
down the
pocket, and
he
he is absolutely leveled by the backside pursuit of Ethan Laughlin. Big-time sack sets the Tigers back, and it's going to be a 3rd down and about 17 on a big hit.
Yeah, really, really good play from Laughlin coming from this left outside linebacker and came all the way across the field. And when Roeder turned around, Laughlin was right in his face and went straight to the ground. Really good play there by Laughlin.
Big hit. So 3rd down and long, handoff to Fouts on the left side, and McManus tries to slow him down, but he is driven out of bounds by Martin on that far side. So a lot of different characters coming in here, especially in the secondary and the linebacking core with injuries. Ethan and Harold both have not come back.
They
both have been
actually removed from the facility.
Not because they're in trouble, but just they're just not doing well.
Right.
But these young guys have come in and they've stuck their face in the fan right now against a really tough running back, and now you're 4th down and 13. You're set to get the ball back.
Yeah, really good job there. Again, had the pass interference call, but they dug in and ended up, now they're going to run a fake.
Oh, and he's got the edge, does Woods, and he's
really good job.
Really good hustle on the backside by Gage Sample. If Sample does not make that play, Braden Woods probably has 20-25 yards and a 1st down. That's a huge momentum play for the Mustangs.
Huge play there by the Mustangs. Huge play by Sample to come. Again, he came from the far right side of the field, came all the way across the field and chased it down. And actually, really good job by Bo Gardner out here, who saw what was happening. He was getting double team blocked, was fighting through that and holding him up, so they couldn't actually just turn on the jets and allowed Sample to come from the backside and make a play.
So the Mustang defense has allowed Shenandoah to stay in this game. They're playing tough. They've given up a couple of drives on some big run plays, but their offense, we've had some things going. We got to keep it moving here as we got trips receivers to the far side, and Scammon throws a little ball screen, and that was nearly intercepted.
That is
ball
a completely unnecessary roughness.
And I'll tell you what, that's a defenseless receiver.
Yeah, that is not okay. Out of all the flags that should probably be thrown, that one is going to get a kid decapitated for unnecessary roughness, and that's got to be a flag.
Yeah, that was Adam Byer, the 6'1", 170-pound junior, who just absolutely earholed Zane McManus.
Yeah.
Give that kid credit. He just hopped right back up and got in the huddle. But that was a big hit on the freshman.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's going to review on a Saturday afternoon.
2nd down and 10, same formation. Handoff up the middle, and Dickerson breaks the tackle of the first. It was Ectornaw back there, I believe. No, number 88. That is Cole Thornton. Broke the tackle to Thornton, but still no gain on the play. Now you're 3rd down and long, obvious passing situation. You got to think roll out away from Woods or some sort of screen game here to try to get the ball out of your hands quickly.
Yeah, you'd assume that maybe a little roll out and that same kind of flood the right sideline type of out route type of formation.
And Woods, here he comes. There's your screen in the middle. Dickerson's got some blockers, but just couldn't quite navigate the trash as they ran the middle screen, and they were able to pick up about 3 yards, but that's going to set up a 4th down and a long, and pretty good timing. They were coming with some pressure. They got the ball behind that line, and the blockers just didn't quite get to where they were supposed to go. Sometimes in those screens, it's hard to find people. Coach, your thoughts?
I'm counting guys. I'm making sure we got 11 guys out there on punt coverage, but yeah, whatever you said was right.
Low snap, good pickup, and the punt is away by Graham. Low line drive, picked up at about the 30-yard line, and it's a pretty good return out to about midfield, and they're going to mark them out at the 49-yard line of Shenandoah. So pretty good punt, but just a low line drive, and Meyer had a pretty good return and sets up with 5:50 to go until halftime. Pretty good field position for the Tigers.
Yeah, again, so here we are again right at midfield for the Mustang defense. They're going to have to dig in and really try to limit what Red Oak can do here with the ball as we just past the midpoint of this second quarter.
So 1st and 10, balance formation. Roeder takes a snap, back to pass, screen pass, looks like it's getting set up. He throws the ball up in the air to nobody in particular, and there's another flag, but it's in the area of a hold or an illegal man downfield.
I think it's going to be an illegal man downfield, but the flag is right at the line of scrimmage, and I'm not sure the ball got
ineligible downfield.
Past the line of scrimmage.
As you can see from your broadcast stream, there's an illegal man downfield.
Yeah.
I would assume we'll take that penalty.
Right.
So it will set up a first down and just a little bit longer here 15. For the Tigers.
Yeah, that screen took a long time to develop, and it ended up with a lot of Red Oak guys just past the line of scrimmage, and I'm not sure if the ball got past the line of scrimmage or not, but we'll take the penalty.
Yeah, absolutely. First down and 15, handoff to Fouts on the left side. He bounces to the outside, and Fouts gets a first down and more. He's to the 30-yard line before he's dragged out of bounds. Oh, spot him out just short of the 30 at the 32-yard line. So 1st and 10. I've said it 4 or 5 times tonight. Why they throw the ball is beyond me. I don't know why they don't just hand it to him or Bond every time.
He's got plenty of speed, that's for sure. And with the Mustang defense set up the way we are, they're cracking down on the D-line. The D-line has no chance of getting out there to the edge, which requires then a corner or one of these 3 linebackers to get to the edge.
Sure.
And so that's just a speed game, and they've got a little bit more speed than what we have.
Absolutely. At the moment. 1st down and 10. The handoff up the middle of Fouts. He bounces it to the outside, as we've said a lot tonight. Fouts gets to the 20 and out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. So back-to-back first down runs. The last run about 22 yards. This one about 12 yards.
Yeah, again, he started the play right up the middle, and he's just going wherever he can see daylight, and so he's just free to go wherever he wants, and he's able to bounce it out to the outside and pick up the big gain.
So 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line of Shenandoah. Balance formation. No pistol formation this time. Motion is Bond to the near side. Bond gets the handoff, and he gets stopped on the near side, bounces it back to the outside. He's got some room. He's to the 10, and he's down at about the 5-yard line. So, again, that's how Bond scored earlier in the game. The play was designed to go to the offense's right side. They did a good job, the defense did, of shutting that down. Bond just put his foot in the ground, went all the way to the other side. We always used to say BCR, boot counter reverse, that backside defensive end. You got to say that in your head. If you say that and nobody's coming back, you're good. But you got to say that in your head before you start pursuing away.
Yeah, and Ethan Laughlin did a really good job of taking away the front side.
Yes, he did.
It was just a matter of getting contained on the backside.
As Fouts gets the handoff again on the outside, and an off-tackle run is another touchdown from about 6 yards out, and just kind of what could have been last couple series here, and Red Oak stretching their lead on Shenandoah with just under 5 to play until halftime. 18-0 is now they're going to try for an extra point with Roeder to hold, sitting on his bottom at the 10-yard line. The kick is up, and that one is good. So Red Oak tacks on one more, up by 19. We'll step aside. We'll be back right after this.
Jim Hughes Real Estate has been a family-owned business since 1973, serving Iowa, Missouri, and Nebraska. Our experienced sales staff is eager to work for you. We look forward to offering you the best in personal service to meet all of your real estate needs, including residential, commercial, land, new construction, and auction services. Visit our website at jimhughesrealestate.com. Our website is updated daily. That's jimhughesrealestate.com.
It's always been my dream to own a locker.
You like school that much, huh?
Actually, no, my own meat locker.
I'm processing.
So, what do you think?
Well, if that's your it, let's make it happen.
Welcome back into Red Oak. It's 19-0 right now. Red Oak on top. We've had 2 honkers behind us, Coach. And we have been good boys up here. We have not shown a single solitary second of field coverage. And other than that, what are your thoughts here going into the last 5 minutes here of the quarter?
Yeah, again, Mustangs just have to sustain a drive. That's the biggest thing right now, is find a way to sustain a drive. get back into Red Oak territory. Now
An
Red Oak's onside kicks it.
And it is recovered.
It's actually recovered by
Shenandoah, and don't know how I feel about that. I'm going to hold my opinions to myself on that one.
It's homecoming, conference rival, district
Nope.
opener.
Oh, they're saying Red Oak got the ball.
Red Oak did not get the ball. What are they talking about?
I mean, there was a
Red Oak
Mustang player on the ball.
Who for Red Oak?
The Shenandoah player on the ball there, Coach.
It was. The Red Oak guys actually ran by it, and we jumped on top of the ball. What are we doing?
Folks, I am definitely at a loss for words here, which, if you know me at all, is
we
a
literally
very hard
were.
thing to do.
Coach Ratliff he is so dumbfounded right now. I wish we could show it to you, but we clearly were on top of the ball. Even the Red Oak fans didn't even cheer.
Yeah, Fouts gets the handoff, bounces to the outside, and he steps out of bounds at the 35, 34-yard line. So that's another gain of about 15, 16 yards on really a situation that.
Holy cow!
There's been some interesting situations tonight. Hey, there's a Burdorf kid right there. She's not on the film. We can only show the scoreboard.
In about 30 seconds, she'll be walking by the scoreboard. You might see the top of her red, white, and blue hat.
Well, yeah, Coach. I'm just kind of dumbfounded right now. I'll try to. I'm a professional. I got to regroup.
All right.
First and 10. Bond in motion. Probably going to get the handoff, and he
reverse.
Does get the reverse. And we got a pretty good pursuit on that backside there. It's going to end up being a loss or no gain on the play. Looks like no gain on the play. So 2nd down and 10. It's just kind of one of those games. I understand it's a rivalry game. I get that, but
really good play by Cole Graham there on that far side of reading that reverse.
Me.
Playing that. I think he's like an outside linebacker over there right now, and so really good job by him to make that play as the Mustangs are kind of in a 3-4-ish type of defense.
Looks like about a 3-4, and then a bobbled snap by Roeder, so he's going to have to take it himself. He gets to the outside. Roeder's got a first down and more inside the 20, out of bounds at about the 18-yard line, so it'll set up a 1st and 10. And this is kind of what I was afraid of, kind of a game of attrition with a couple of guys going out, a couple key guys defensively. But the moment Red Oak stopped trying to be cute and just started running the ball, that's their bread and butter. That's what they're good at. And right now, that's what we really struggle to stop right now, somebody just pounding it right at you.
Right. I mean, ultimately, we're playing 2 freshmen at the outside linebacker spots, and that's a false start.
Yep, they had 2 men in motion right there, so that's going to set Red Oak back 5 yards. It may not come back to bite Red Oak tonight or last week or for the first few games as they're 3-0, but having a lot of their big plays on busted plays or broken plays, and then all the penalties and maybe a little bit undisciplined or just lack of focus, it's going to come back and bite them in these games because they're going to be a playoff team. It's really got to refine those details.
Right, absolutely.
Bond in motion again. The handoff is back to Fouts, and he's gobbled up in the backfield, this time by Dickerson, Labrum, and a host of other Mustangs there. It looks like that was Laughlin, too.
And Rystrom, again, just causing havoc in the backfield, doing a really good job. He's playing a really nice game, even if his tackle total isn't very high. He's doing a really good job of getting into the backfield and causing disruptions.
He's one of those guys that he seems like one of those guys. I've never talked to him a minute in my life, but he seems like he'd say, "Hey, I'm not overweight. I'm just under tall." Sorry, that was a good one.
I love him. He's always got a nice big smile on his face. He enjoys playing sports.
And a little hot pass to Braden Woods on the far side. He's going to pick up most of that penalty yardage back and then some. So picked up about 6 yards. So it's going to set up a 3rd down and 9. Sorry, we're
going to go.
I've been wanting to say that for the whole year, and I'm really happy I got that out. Sorry. So 3rd down and 9. Coach, he is puzzled up here.
Well, it looked like we were stopping the clock for a timeout, and then we're waving the ball in play, and the clock is jumping 3 numbers at a time if you're watching at home.
So third down and 9, handoff to Fouts again, bouncing to the outside, and we've got a penalty flag again. That's going to negate what would have been a first down or close to a first down run, a pickup of about 9. That's going to end up coming back with another holding penalty, and that's going to set up a third down and about 17. Again, it's that difference between a good team and a great team. When you get to playoff time, which we know Red Oak's going to, they're good enough to be there. They're good enough to make some noise. But they can't do this against good teams and expect the results to be on the positive side.
Right, absolutely. And again, kind of as an unnecessary hold, the flag actually came in after the ball was actually already by where the hold occurred. So, maybe it was a late flag, but either way, that ball was going to gain yards.
Third down and 18, Roeder rolls out to his left, wide open in the flats is the receiver. He's going to take it in for a touchdown. Red Oak throws a 2-yard pass on third down and 18, and it's just a run after catch by Bond as he goes into the end zone for 6 with 2:20 to go in the first half. And that all started with the onside kick that heard round the world.
I'm telling you, there's no way that Red Oak got the ball there. Didn't happen. Didn't happen.
Got to adjust my glasses. So going for 2 is Red Oak. And Roeder back to pass.
Oh, that's an illegal pick. I wish you could watch that.
Definitely had a pick play.
That might be called an illegal screen in basketball. That's not even close to being legal.
Bond makes the catch on definitely a clear out route there. And 27-0. The scoreboard's wrong. A lot of things have been going wrong tonight. Scoreboard just got it fixed. We'll be back in 60. We are back here in Red Oak, 27-0, 2:20 to go in the first half. A lot of things have gone against Red Oak in the penalty yardage game, but a lot of things have kind of gone against Shenandoah here on the defensive side of the ball and special teams. The pass interference that we really feel like wasn't pass interference, the onside kick where one guy was on top of the ball and he was wearing a white jersey. You can't see it tonight, but I promise you Red Oak is wearing black jerseys. The team wearing white jerseys is Shenandoah. But it's been a tough last few minutes here for Shenandoah, and see if they can muster something here in the last 2:20. As looks like Bond kicks it away, and he's going to get a nice high kick that's going to bounce it to 10. Spangler's
pick it up!
Pick it up! He's got to pick it up. Geez. He did not pick it up. It went into the end zone down at the 5-yard line, and that is one of those plays where I'm just glad that we didn't have that on film, Coach.
Yeah. They can't
move it.
Can't
forward.
Advance it, right?
Yeah. That's where it was first touched. So the ball hit at the 10 on a kickoff, which once it goes past 10 yards, it's live. And that's, again, just something. Spangler is a kid who didn't play football last year, those things happen, and you feel for the kid, and it's just kind of one of those things where kind of when it rains it pours right now for Shenandoah, and that's going to set up Red Oak in just absolutely fantastic field position, and just, again, an unfortunate situation there. If you just pick up the ball and fall on it, you have possession. Maybe you can get out of here 27-0, but seems pretty inevitable it's going to be 6 quick here.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 for Red Oak at the 5. The handoff to Bond, who bounces it way out to the left.
Jeez.
There was a hold, and then there's the call. So the touchdown. Fouts did make it all the way into the end zone, but the head referee made that holding call. So the touchdown will come back, and It was the right call. Definitely the right call on that one.
Yeah. If he didn't call that, I'm not sure that
it's probably
this
really
whole set
hard.
of stands wasn't going to jump the fence.
It is probably really hard for the linemen of Red Oak to understand where the running back's going to go.
Right.
Because a lot of these plays, like you've talked about and I've talked about, they're designed to go either between the tackles or up the middle, and they get bounced. And all of a sudden somebody's trying to disengage, and you don't know why, so you're hanging on.
Right.
And all of a sudden somebody runs by you, and that's where the eyes of the officials are.
Right. The hole was definitely inside of that D tackle. He actually was blocking the correct way.
Yeah.
And the running back just bounced it outside.
So 1st and goal from the 13-yard line. Inside slant is caught and shy of the end zone by Braden Woods. He makes a catch. It's about a 12-yard gain. Clock will continue to run, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, why is the clock stopped? It's not a first down.
It is not a first down. You are correct. So the clock is not running. There it's going again. You can see it at home.
Again, if you're watching at home, just watch the clock and how it jumps 2, 3 numbers at a time.
There it
See,
did.
Jump 3 times. 3.
So 2nd and goal.
I'm sorry that you have to watch this.
Line. And a quarterback sneak for Roeder, and he is in for the touchdown. He's not in for the touchdown. He was in.
He was in.
He was in. But they did not call him in for a touchdown. So Mustangs make a stand right there. It's 3rd down. 3rd down and goal from about the 8-centimeter line there, Coach. I mean, he was in.
He was in.
So 3rd and goal, 1 minute, and I don't have to tell you here. We're looking right at it. You guys can see how much time's left. 3rd and goal, and the handoff up the middle to Fouts. Fouts bouncing off of defenders, and 2nd and 3rd effort pinballs his way into the end zone for a touchdown. 33-0 on just some unfortunate. This last 5 or 6 minutes for the Mustangs has just been kind of the series of unfortunate events, and a team that's maybe a few men down anyway.
Right. We're playing some young or inexperienced kids at different positions than they're probably used to, and now the guys that are out there are getting gassed as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Not a lot of subbing going on here, and so
2-point conversion here for Red Oak. Roeder drops back to pass. Nobody open, but a flag on the play. Roeder's gonna get in for 2, but it's probably not going to stand. You're probably going to get another hold.
Yeah, 58 is going to get called for holding in the middle of the field. Yeah, I'm not even sure he actually held. Our guy went to the ground, and then he just jumped on top of him. Oh. So is that holding?
Sumo takedown?
Like our guy was down on the ground. And he just laid down on top of him.
Oh.
Like he wasn't engaged with him.
All right. I can't watch you back. I'll take your word for it. Okay, so we've got a 2-point conversion again, this time from the 13-yard line. Trips to the far side, single receiver to the near side. I'm feeling just a fade route to this guy on the near side. I don't think they're going to do that, but that's what I would do. And throwing the quick screen to the far side, and Woods makes the catch. He fights off a couple of tacklers, and he
stepped out of bounds.
He was in the end zone. His top half of his body was, but he stepped out of bounds about a yard short. Heck of an effort from Braden Woods over there.
It looked like a really good effort from here, and when the ref blew his whistle, I knew he was out of bounds, but, man, that was a really, really solid run down the sideline over there. Then he made a good lunge for the end zone, but didn't get it in. And so we're just over 1 minute to go before halftime. 33-0 here in favor of the hometown Red Oak Tigers.
Here it is. This is where my passion is my major.
With more than 80 areas of study, dozens of clubs and activities to choose from, and advisors who ask the right questions and offer support, it's easy to be you at Iowa Western.
United Group Insurance is a team of people you know and people you trust. We offer home, auto, farm, crop, life, health, and commercial insurance from our convenient offices in Atlantic, Griswold, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. Our team of agents work together to make sure our customers find an insurance policy they feel great about. We offer a variety of insurance carriers, so you can choose what works for your coverage needs. Learn more at United Group INS.
Yeah.
All right, we are back. 1:09 to go until halftime. Another kickoff opportunity for Red Oak. The last 2 times they've kicked off, they've actually got the ball back, one on an onside kick and one on a kickoff that landed at about the 10-yard line, and we're going to get a penalty again on Red Oak. That's got to be – I should have kept track. I should have had you keep track. Of course, I'm not going to keep track. Should have had you keep track. That's got to be 15, 16?
It's double digits for sure.
It's just and that's just one of those ones where you're just not paying attention because it's an offsides call. Basically, everybody other than the kicker knows that they're not supposed to cross at that time the 40 before the ball's kicked. And usually the side judges give you a little bit of discretion, maybe a yard or whatever. But for them to call it, you had to be probably pretty far ahead.
So again, just I'm not understanding the rules. If you kick it and you're offsides, we return it, and to return it for a touchdown, we get to decide if we want the 5 yards or the touchdown. It's not automatic.
Oh, there's an onside kick again, and that one is recovered by Red Oak. Coach, your thoughts?
I think the ball is questionable if it went 10 yards, but I bet you they give it to him. Yep, they sure did. Must have went just the tip of the football 10 yards because they're going to put the ball down right on the line. And again, I get it. It's homecoming, and we're having some fun in Red Oak, but 33-0 onside kick against kind of a depleted Shenandoah team here. I'm not quite following it, but that's for somebody else to decide, I guess.
If I said something, it wouldn't be very nice. So I'm just going to let you keep going.
Yeah.
We got 1:09 to go, and Coach, it's full house backfield. You can go right ahead.
I'm just going to leave it there.
We got to keep talking. It's a radio broadcast.
Oh, yeah. You can't follow the play. So they actually handed it off and gained 3 yards. Really good tackle there, again, by Rystrom, doing a good job of getting into the backfield. Good play by McManus and Gardner as well to get that stop, and 2nd down and 8, and the clock is under a minute here to go in the first half. So Red Oak maybe run one more play and then maybe run out the clock here for the first half. But again, they onside kicked it, so they must want to score. So we'll see what happens.
So 2nd down and 9, and they're throwing the ball deep, and they're taking a shot, and the ball is caught at the 18-yard line and down at the 15-yard line. So 27 seconds left. Flag on the play.
Flag.
Poetic justice, if I've ever seen it.
They're going to call illegal man downfield. That's going to come back to some angry Red Oak fans over there. But again, 27 seconds left to go here before halftime, and just not enough for the Tigers, evidently. So we're going to continue to play this first half. And again, the Mustangs do have to do a better job. We can't let guys just run streaks down the sideline. I get that. But again, just keep playing with the guys that you have. Keep giving effort. And let's get into halftime.
So 27 seconds, as you can see from what you're allowed to see. And the clock is not running because of the penalty. We're going to 2nd and 15. I should probably fix that. Sorry about that. We'll get that corrected for you.
False start.
And there's another penalty, so a false start. Put it back at 2nd down and 20.
Again, just undisciplined linemen here on the Tiger offensive line.
Sorry, I was so quiet there. I was really looking for something in my notes, and I couldn't find it. And I've messaged a colleague of ours to see if hopefully I got the message back that I want. Got it. Okay. Continue, Coach.
Yeah, Red Oak's going to call timeout, so you can play a commercial if you want.
All right. Okay. Coach says play commercial. I'll be playing a commercial. We'll be right back.
Every inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
We are back here. Coach, you said somebody took a timeout. Do you
Yeah.
have any idea who it was?
Yeah, Red Oak
Okay,
called timeout,
of
and now
course.
their coach is having a conversation on the field. We're ending the timeout, and he's,
Okay, so
interesting.
we have got a 2nd down and 20. Feel like you should just run it, but they're probably going to. No, they do run it too. Fouts gets to the outside on the edge, gets to the 50-yard line, and he is corralled at the 45. We'll call it and they're calling a timeout. So Red Oak calling a timeout. It's going to be a 3rd down and a yard.
Nope, they're going to give him the first down.
Okay, first down. Just,
Not sure if it was a first down, but.
Well, the near side judge was at the 44, and the first down marker was at the 43. So just by my math, that's 1 yard short.
3rd honker, but I think that was the same car, so that doesn't count.
So a timeout on the field, Coach. 17.9 seconds. I'm going to put you in the timeout of Red Oak.
Yeah, I mean, they're clearly.
What are you doing as a coach here? If you were in that shoe, and you're not, and I'm not trying to. I guess I'm putting you on the spot because that's your job. That's what you get paid the big bucks for. But are you just kind of taking it to the locker room up 35?
I think you're just getting emotionally involved here at homecoming, saying, "Hey, we can put our rivals down even further with 17 seconds left." And so, just kind of the emotions of it all, which I can understand that, but. Again, just remember what happens in a couple years.
Sure. So 1st down and 10, a little trap play to Fouts, who gets out of bounds after a gain of 11, so that will be a 1st down. So 12.4 seconds left, and a timeout in their back pocket, which they've already used 2 on the drive. You got to figure with 12.4, if you're in bounds, you're probably going to burn another one.
Yeah, again, just kind of taking these run plays and driving down the field, down to the Mustang 32 with just over 12 seconds left.
So handoff to Fouts on the outside, bounces it to the left. He is outside. Another flag on the play.
Hold.
That's it.
I think they have as many hold calls as they have points.
It really does take away from a senior laden group. But a really talented group that has an opportunity to make a fairly deep run. And I'm not trying to take anything away from them. I know we've been kind of tongue-in-cheek tonight, but it's a talented group, and you can't do this against good teams. Good teams are just going to bury you.
Right, absolutely. And so Red Oak's going to call timeout one more time. So if you want to jump in one more commercial here before halftime, go right ahead.
Yeah, I think the Shenandoah Education Foundation will appreciate that because they're next on the docket. We'll be back in 30.
The strength of a house starts with its foundation. Just like the strength of a community starts with its education to ensure its success for many generations to come. The Shenandoah, Iowa Education Foundation strives to bring world-class education and opportunities to the youth of Shenandoah. Visit ShenandoahIowaEducationFoundation.org to become a part of the $100 Club, the Family Challenge, to donate to the Peter J. Weber Scholarship, or to make a general donation. The Shenandoah, Iowa Education Foundation, partnering today for success tomorrow.
We are back here in Red Oak. The Tigers, fortunately for everyone involved, they have no more timeouts. So barring an incompletion or a play that goes out of bounds within the next 6 seconds, this could be the final play. Are you feeling a Hail Mary, Coach?
I feel they're going to throw it. Yep, throw it really far. But it is into the wind.
Ball's at the 40-yard line. And it's going to be a trick play, and it is. So Fouts takes the handoff. He's got nowhere to go. Bounces to the left, looking for somewhere to go. He unloads it. The lefty. The ball's going to be incomplete, nearly intercepted. There was about 500 Mustangs down there at about the 5-yard line and one Tiger. So karma comes back and gets you. Whether it's this year or 2 years from now or 5 years from now, karma comes back and gets you. And we'll step aside. Halftime here in Red Oak. I need to put it on mute. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. 33-0, just about ready to start the third quarter. Mustangs will get the ball, and maybe there's another onside kick. Just kidding, there's not. They kick it deep, and Tyson Shaw gets his hands on it, picks it up at the 7-yard line, and he's going to scamper through the would-be tackler's nice little return. Made something out of nothing there. Gets out to about the 17-yard line. Ball went through his hands there, bounced down about the 4 or 5-yard line, picked it up, like I said, makes something out of nothing there.
Yeah, makes it out to about the 20-25, so good field, starting position here for the Mustangs. And again, kind of talked about this a little bit in the first half. Somehow we got to find a way to sustain a drive, get something positive going, even if it ends up in a punt. Starting in the 25 is a long ways, but sustain a drive, get something going, flip the field position a little bit, hopefully, and make Red Oak earn it from further away than they did on a couple drives in the first half.
Yeah, at this point, a lot of game left, a lot of season left to build upon something. McManus in motion out of the pistol set, and the handoff goes to Dickerson off to the left side, and he is swallowed up by a host of Red Oak Tigers, about 4 Red Oak Tigers, for a loss of about 2 yards. That play was kind of doomed from the start. Bad snap there from the center.
Yeah, just couldn't, had to move to his left and just knocked the ball back towards himself before he could hand it off ultimately to Dickerson, which then the timing obviously is messed up from the start. And so not a great first play, loss of about 3. And so, again, the Mustangs have to get the ball moving in the right direction.
So now second down and 12 yards to go. We've got a balance formation, wide twins out to this near side, to the field side. Scammon takes a high snap. He'll hand it off to Dickerson, who fights forward for pickup of a couple. They're going to probably give him about 2 yards on the play, so it'll set him up with about a 3rd down and 10. So back to about the original line of scrimmage. But like you said, that sustaining drives, not quite there right now. It's going to need a big 3rd down play to keep the drive alive.
Right. Yep. Same situation here. You just have to be able to move the ball, especially on first down. Get between the chains, not behind the chains, and then you have an opportunity to maybe pass it or still run it on 2nd and 3rd down. But here we are on 3rd and long.
So 3rd down and 10 out of the pistol. High snap. Scammon on the slant to Spangler, and just unfortunate there. You're probably going to get a hold. Spangler catches it. It probably would have been enough for a 1st down on the slant route. Just a little slant out. Pretty good mirrored route concept there. It's a half-field read for Scammon. He doesn't have to scan the whole field. He can get the ball out quickly right there, but just had a hold, and one of the first penalties of the night for Shenandoah. It's going to be a costly one.
Yeah, yep. It's going to come back, and it's going to set up third and long, but a really nice pass there from Scammon. And again, if we can get those plays without the penalty, set up either it was going to be 4th and short maybe, we're right at the marker. So again, have to be able to move the ball on 1st and 2nd down to set yourself up on 3rd down. So now we have third and long here and going into the wind. Don't want to end up in this same situation, 4th down and punting.
So, 3rd down and now about 20 because that's a spot foul. So 3rd down, maybe 21, maybe 20. It's hard to tell from here, and they don't have it on the scoreboard that you're watching at home. High snap to Scammon again. Scammon floats it up off his back foot. It's intercepted by Fouts at about the 25-yard line. He's going to scamper all the way in for a touchdown. The pick 6 for Red Oak, as it was about a 28-yard interception return from Fouts on just a throw off the back foot there and well short of his intended target, and that's a quick 6 for the Tigers as they now get up over that 35-point limit. That's still a thing, right?
It is,
points.
Yeah.
And the extra point by Dawson Bond is up and good. So with 9:50 to go, 40-0, Red Oak on top. We will be back in 60.
This is Kane with Gowing Plumbing. Gowing Plumbing is the name to remember for 24-hour service. That includes after hours and weekends, because that is when problems usually occur. We're located in Shenandoah, but we also serve the surrounding communities. That's the way it's been done for more than 70 years. And we work on boiler heat, so call fully licensed Gowing Plumbing any time of day or night. 246-1803 or after hours at 712-310-9248.
Pella Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back into Red Oak. The kickoff is up and on the way, and that's going to bounce into the end zone. Thank you for the official there, the head referee. Looks like Shaw actually picked that up before he got in the end zone, but his momentum carried him back into the end zone, but the referee gave the touchback signal, so Shenandoah will start at the 20-yard line for their next drive.
Yeah, so again, we got to move the ball on first down. If we can move the ball on first down, then clock starts on the snap here. This is when it's going to start. And so, again, we got to move the ball on first down, set up, second and between the chains, so we can pick runner pass on second and third down.
1st and 10 here for Scammon and company. Balance formation, handoff up the middle to Dickerson. Nice little run there. It's going to be a gain of about 6 or 7. So at least judging from the side judge here, hard to. Maybe about 5-yard gain there. Nobody's going to know at home. Looks like it's just a gain of about 3. Sorry, it looked like it was a lot further than that from over here.
It did, and I feel like the side judge actually backed up after he marked the ball.
But you're on schedule here at a 2nd and 7. Yeah. 3 yards of pop, you're on schedule. McManus in motion from right to left. Handoff to Dickerson, again up the middle. And I'm not even going to say anything on how far he got. It looked like
about 3 more.
And now I will. Looks like about a 3-yard gain. So we're going to give him a 4-yard gain here because it doesn't really matter at this point. 3rd and 3. The folks watching at home right now, you can only see the scoreboard, so you don't know. Welcome to Red Oak, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we are.
That's neat. That's a neat car squealing out behind us.
That's where we are in Red Oak. 8:40 and counting. 3rd down and 3 for Shenandoah. McManus in motion again from right to left, and this time the handoff goes to the left side, an off-tackle play, and not going to get much of anything there. It's going to set up a 4th down and short, 4th and a yard.
Yeah, less than a yard.
I would assume you're 4-down territory, but maybe not. I don't know. And I would probably go for it here.
What difference does it make at this point, right? Except for gaining some confidence for yourself, right? And so go ahead and go for it.
Go for it. Try to get yourself a yard and go from there.
They're going to have to hurry the process up, though, as we get under 10 seconds on the play clock as we're breaking the huddle.
Under 10, as Coach said. It's at 5 seconds right now. They're hurrying up to the line. 2 seconds on the play clock. 1. Scammon gets the snap off. He was under center. And if they mark it at the 30, they didn't ever blow the whistle on the play. It looked like Scammon was clearly down on a quarterback sneak. And they'll say there was a fumble on the play and picked up by Red Oak. So just kind of a quagmire in the line, and ended up Red Oak's on top of the ball and 1st and 10 at the 25, Coach. I don't really know how to analyze that one.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from here, but it sure looked like he dove like right in the left A gap and went straight to the ground. Yeah. So I'm not sure how the ball came loose, but and again, not being judgmental, but even the Red Oak sideline didn't react until way late. So again, I'm not sure that the ball was on the ground.
Handoff to Fouts, who takes it off the left side, makes a couple cuts, makes a couple of Mustangs miss, and then he is forced out of bounds after a gain of about 5 or 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for Red Oak as they look to continue to pile on here with all their number ones still in the ball game here with 6:30 to go, up by 40.
Yeah, maybe they came out and said, we'll let them get one off his possession. They scored on defense, so here's their one offensive possession, I guess.
Roeder in the pistol, hands off to Fouts, cuts back inside, and he is near the goal line. Look at the signal, and down short. Picked up pretty good chunk of yards. It's going to be first and goal at about the 3-yard line. So that time Fouts didn't bounce it outside. That time he made the cut back inside for a nice pickup.
Yeah, worked back across the grain. Actually read his block that time, and so stayed in the hole that it was assigned to, and made a nice gain up the middle.
So first and goal, Fouts, fake handoff to Fouts, and the pass is complete to Bond, which is going to go down for a loss. Really good tackle over there on the boundary. It's going to be a loss of about 5 yards. I can't see.
Yeah, that's Cole Graham with really the nice play over there. Read that ball, that quick little screen or little, I don't know what, just that speed route to the outside.
Kind of a now route.
Yep.
Just if you got off coverage, it's just kind of an RPO.
Yep.
Run pass option for those at home.
Yeah.
Twin receivers to each side. Second goal from about the 8-yard line. Roeder takes the snap, hands off to Fouts, bouncing it out to the left side, to the wide side of the field, and another flag on the play. Fouts gets into the end zone for a touchdown for now, but that's probably coming back for another hold. I would be very curious to look back at the bound stats to see how many penalties on the year that Red Oak has had, and that's the only thing you can really say that they're not doing well on the year, and that's clearly it, because they're a very undisciplined team, at least penalty-wise, through the games that I've watched them play this year.
Let me look it up for you real quick here.
Because they got plenty of athletes and they got plenty of size. It's just those little things, the hidden yardage in a tight game, which this is not, but the hidden yards in a tight game is it's still first and goal. Now backed up to the 18-yard line. Roeder scrambling, getting outside the pocket and drugged down at the 30-yard line by Jaden Dickerson. That's a sack, and that'll be now looks like third down and goal from all the way at the 30-yard line. So what really looked like a promising drive, first and goal at about the 3. Now you're 30 yards from pay dirt, roughly. They didn't spot him right at the 30, but it's pretty close, 29, 30-yard line. Maybe it's 25. I can't tell.
It is on the 30, right around the 30. So, yeah, third and goal from the 30. Really nice play there by Dickerson to get into the backfield on that last play.
Roeder takes a snap. He's looking deep on the left side. He's got Woods and in and out of his hands. Woods had it in the end zone, and incomplete. It's going to set up fourth and goal with 30 yards to go. Clock still ticking. Under 4 minutes to go in quarter number 3.
Yeah, and Woods actually comes up a little gimp there at the end of the play, grabs his hamstring as he hobbles back to the huddle. And so
the pass wide open, I would
grab your hammy
too. And that's not picking on the kid. There's a long field goal attempt. It looks like
he's on the 40.
Dawson Bond, 47 yards, officially, unofficially. Boy, we'd love to show it to you. Roeder's knee down, and that's legal. That's a sidewinder kick that didn't make it to the end zone, landed at about the 5-yard line. So Shenandoah should take over possession of the ball at the 37-yard line, and the umpire's calling it a touchback.
Yeah.
So
what
happened there?
So we had one official blow it dead right away,
which is what you're supposed to do,
right? And then the other one, he called it a touchback. Is that a call?
Dynamite.
So if you can catch a field goal in the air. If it hits the ground, it's just dead. If it crosses the line of scrimmage.
In high school, it's different rules than in college or the pros.
Right.
Like a forward kick, I don't know if you can return them.
Right. I think once it crosses the line of scrimmage, it's dead.
Yeah.
I
don't think you can return them.
I think you're right.
Folks, let us know in the chat. All of you that
somebody look it up.
The whole night. First and 10 Mustangs. I don't know why the ball is all the way back there. The ball should be at the 37-yard line. The ball is all the way back at like the 15, 20-yard line.
But maybe this is part of that rule.
No, they called it a touchback. That's why they brought it back to the 20.
Right. So because the ball made it to the end zone.
Gain on the play.
So I think that's part of the rule, too, in high school. So you can kick a field goal from anywhere, and the ball goes on the 20. If that's the rule, Why is there a punt?
That's a stupid rule.
I could just kick a field goal from my 10. I could kick it from my 10, and they get it back at the 20.
That's a dumb rule. That can't be the right rule.
Well, it's kind of, if you come out to Mustang Field tomorrow, youth football, the Southwest Iowa, whatever it's called, the 5th and 6th grade, and juniors and seniors football, where kickers get to average 40-yard punts.
And another throw on the far side.
It's actually not.
And
it was actually caught by
Zane McManus. You talk about making something out of nothing there. That was a wounded duck that was right into the hands of a Red Oak defender, bounced off of his stone hands, and
went right into his pocket.
Right there.
For first down.
First down Mustangs, one of the few tonight. They've only had a couple. The big long run by Dickerson, and then that one, that's the only two I can recall just off the top of my head. Tight formation here for Shenandoah, I formation, and they'll run the toss to Dickerson. Dickerson gets north and south. I'll take that kind of a run from Dickerson. It's a couple yards, but that, to me, that's a better toss than trying to run diagonally, because speed, that's what a defense wants you to do. They want to string you out, and they want to get you going east and west. And 2 yards is better than -4 on that play.
Anyway, can we go back to this punting thing?
Yeah.
So, again, junior, senior football tomorrow at Mustang Field, our weekend to host. And so our 5th and 6th grade team plays at, I think, 6 o'clock tomorrow night down at Mustang Field. If you want to come out and watch. But in that league, there's no punting. So if it's 4th down, you say you punt, and kickers your punter averages 40 yards per punt, automatic. Whoever wrote the rules has not watched many high school football games.
Yeah. So we are through with the third quarter, and I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about coming into the fourth quarter. We'll be back in 60.
From large projects to daily tasks, we can help at Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. This is Josh, and we pride ourselves on quality products, knowledge, and service. We're always available for advice on the projects that take years to design or the issues that need fixed in a hurry. And we offer free estimates on anything and everything you need to complete both. When you have a demand, we offer the supply. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah.
This very moment, a board-certified surgeon specializing in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery is scrubbing up in a newly remodeled surgical center full of the latest technology to give a woman a chance to take back control over her body. It will take less than an hour. There will be minimal recovery time, and afterwards, she'll start to feel normal again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
We are back in Red Oak, 40-0, quarter number 4. This 12 minutes may just zoom right along, but Shenandoah has the ball at their own 32-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8. See if they can put something together. Red Oak, to their credit on the year, they have now gone 15 quarters without allowing a single point. So they're trying to make it 4 consecutive shutouts, and they're just 12 minutes away. And this penalty is only going to help Red Oak. Oh, is it going to be offsides on Red Oak?
I think so. Number 4.
Number 4. And it is. It will be a 5-yard penalty, so it's going to help Shenandoah. I got to get that penalty flag little mark there, so I got that covered. So it's going to be 2nd down and about 3 here for Shenandoah. And balanced formation, twin receivers to each side. Scammon in the pistol, offset. And the handoff is to Dickerson. Makes a guy miss in the backfield. He's going to fight forward back to the line of scrimmage. Made the first guy miss, but there was just too much penetration there by the Tiger defensive line.
Yep, hard as you try to make the first guy miss and you shift your feet one way or the other, and you're not going north here in Red Oak, to get your feet back under you and get power to lunge that 2 more yards to get the first down.
3rd down now, 3 yards to go. Ball at the Shenandoah 37-yard line. Scammon in the pistol again. Drops back to pass. Looks for Sample is going to throw it to Spangler over the middle on a deep post or a long slant, an over route, whatever you want to call it. And there was a near collision there between Spangler and Beyer. And fortunately, everybody's okay on that one. That was near disaster there.
Yeah, 2 for Red Oak was coming back from his corner spot across the field, and you could just see it coming. And thankfully, they were not on the same path as they did not run into each other.
So 4th down now and 3 at the 37. Going to be
6,
looks like Graham back to punt at his own 25-yard line. It's a low line drive. It's going to bounce right at the 40, take a Shenandoah bounce, about a 20-yard bounce, and be down right at the 20-yard line. So pretty good punt there from Graham from the 37 all the way to the 20. It wasn't the most aesthetically pleasing punt, but you're a 40-ish yard punt, and that'll flip the field position a little bit. Just like they drew it up, just like the junior league.
So when it gets inside of that 40 yards, it can only go to the 20. So like if you're on the 30, you just go ahead and run it on 4th down because you can only gain 10 yards. So just interesting rules, but they give our kickers a good, really nice average.
Well, at least it's the same for everybody.
It is.
So 9:45, as you can see on our awesome video stream tonight. And we thank you guys for your patience tonight as Roeder hands it off to Fouts, who's still in the game, all the way out to the left side, down the sideline, and he gets wrestled down by Gage Sample, and it looks like Bo Gardner on the play, but not until Fouts rushes for another first down, about a 20-yard gain.
Yeah, you know when you will be able to watch the stream? Next Friday.
Oh, yeah, because it'll be at home.
Right.
Homecoming.
It's homecoming.
Clark coming to town. And they were very gracious last year when we came.
They did. They gave us a whole window.
Yeah, we had a whole window. Their fans were very appreciative to watch the stream. We will welcome them in with open arms.
We sure will.
That's the way it should be.
They are nice. They were a nice host last year.
Yeah, absolutely. And Fouts gets the handoff again. He goes to the right side this time, makes Sample miss. He gets north and south. He's to the 35, to the 30, cuts across field, to the 20, to the 15. It's a foot race to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown. Red Oak. Fouts takes it 60-ish yards there for the score with 8:43 to go and 46-0. Still in the ball game, Coach.
They sure are. They are still in the ball game, if you know what we're talking about.
Well, it's just one of those situations as Red Oak lines up for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. So 47-0. We'll step aside. I may finish my point later. I may not. We'll be back right after.
Jim Hughes Real Estate has been a family-owned business since 1973, serving Iowa, Missouri, and Nebraska. Our experienced sales staff is eager to work for you. We look forward to offering you the best in personal service to meet all of your real estate needs, including residential, commercial, land, new construction, and auction services. Visit our website at jimhughesrealestate.com. Our website is updated daily. That's jimhughesrealestate.com.
It's always been my dream to own a locker.
You like school that much, huh?
Actually, no, my own meat locker.
I'm processing.
So, what do you think?
Well, if that's your it, let's make it happen.
We're back here in in Red Oak. Shenandoah down with 8:43 to go in the ball game. And Shenandoah is looking to receive the kickoff at about the 10-yard line. And the ball is caught at about the 22 by Spangler, who shakes a tackle at the 30 and then is wrestled down at the 31. Coach, we had a third member of the crew there for a second.
She was telling me about her, I think, granddaughter going to KU, but she was wearing a K-State shirt, so I'm not
good for her.
Not sure.
Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Well, that's, I mean, KU, not.
Yeah, not.
I don't know what
Kansas
they. I
State.
know they're the Wildcats. I don't know.
Rawr.
Sure. So 1st and 10 for Shenandoah at the 31-yard line. We're just looking at the field here for Red Oak, and if you could see it, I mean, you'd see the same thing I'm seeing. It looks like pretty well all the starters on the field still defensively and offensively for Red Oak. And Shenandoah, for that matter, too. So, and handoff to Jaden Dickerson, who tried to bounce it outside, gets corralled after a loss of a couple, and there is a flag on the play in the area of a holding call, but you may have like an illegal hands to the face type of situation here.
They called holding, and it got declined.
So 2nd down and about 11. Like I'm all for still trying to play and still scoring, but usually in a situation like this, when it's this lopsided and it's this late in the game, and you still got your studs in the game, it's usually just a sign of a program that's just not used to having a lot of success and just not knowing how to handle it. From where I'm sitting, and I don't get paid by the school in any way, shape, or form, so it's just me talking.
A really good run by Dickerson
really
right
good
there.
Run by Dickerson. That's good enough for a 1st down. They're going to move the chains. And if I upset somebody there, I apologize. Nobody's watching anyways because we don't have the video.
Nope. I'm still getting text messages.
But if you do have questions, comments, or concerns about why we weren't able to have video tonight, just shoot your emails, questions, comments, or concerns to the Red Oak Athletic Director. I don't know his name. I don't work for either school. So I'm sure he'll be happy to fill you in on why we were not allowed to be filming. So 1st and 10 for Shenandoah. Handoff goes up the middle to Jaden Dickerson. He picks up a couple of yards up the middle to about the 43-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 2. And you're getting, it looks like a backup quarterback in the ball game for the first time. I see number 11 out there. Is that Twyman?
Yep, freshman Logan Twyman.
Starting third baseman for the Shenandoah Mustang baseball team. So good to see him get a little run out there.
Yeah, he had a really solid baseball season, so put him in there at quarterback. See what happens. Clock's going to run out.
Well, now it looks like Scammon's back in there. Oh, nope, I'm just kidding. He's not. No. There's a flag on the play, maybe a delay of game.
Yeah.
And that's going to happen when you sub in some different guys.
We called timeout before the penalty.
Smart call. And we will step aside with 5:52 to go, trying to save the possession. Shenandoah down. We'll be back in 30.
United Group Insurance is a team of people you know and people you trust. We offer home, auto, farm, crop, life, health, and commercial insurance from our convenient offices in Atlantic, Griswold, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. Our team of agents work together to make sure our customers find an insurance policy they feel great about. We offer a variety of insurance carriers, so you can choose what works for your coverage needs. Learn more at United Group INS.
All right, we are back here in Red Oak. As you can see by our video shot, there's 5:52 to go, 47-0. Logan Twyman is checked in at quarterback, but for the most part, that's pretty much about the only substitution that we've really had. We got a lot of guys already out, injured or sick or have left the game already today. There's not a whole lot left on the bench here for Shenandoah. It's Twyman back to pass, floats one out to the side to Zane McManus, who makes the catch. First completion on the season for Logan Twyman. First completion of his high school career, goes for about 6 yards, so instead of a 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, nice little route there by McManus, just the little out route, just give Twyman, a wide open, easy rollout pass, and completes it for the nice gain. So now we need to pick up this third down conversion.
3rd down now. It's called a long 2 because I have 2 on the scoreboard, so it's a long 2. McManus in motion to the right side. High snap. Handoff to Dickerson, who tries to get to the 35. He's turning the legs, to the 50. Where am I at? What am I doing?
Well,
and they're going to call him just short by about a yard. So picked up a yard. Going to be a yard short, 4 down territory, right, Coach?
Yeah, absolutely. Nope, we're going to run the punting unit out.
punting situation.
Punt,
right, Coach?
Punt.
Yep.
Punt.
Is this Graham back again?
Yep.
He's done a pretty good job in there. Getting in there, the third punter tonight, and you don't really figure the third punter's expecting to punt a lot as he gets the snap, gets the punt away, heavy pressure. It's going to go out of bounds, but it'll go out of bounds right around the 20. And they're going to mark it out, right about the 21-yard line. Really good job by Graham. Caught a high snap off to his left, just kind of one-step kicked that thing out of there, avoided the rush.
Yeah, good job of getting rid of it and driving it down to the 20-yard line where Red Oak will take over with just over 4 minutes. Looks like they might be putting a couple new kids in, but
that's mighty kind of them.
36.
So we have homecoming.
Oh, homecoming!
Up.
Yeah, we got 3:57 to talk about.
Once you run me down, run me down. As I'll interrupt you from time to time to.
Yeah, the biggest changes here is the community pep rally that's normally on Monday night has now been moved to Sunday night,
and that's 2 days from now.
Yeah, Sunday night. So the color run that we implemented a couple years ago, kids have a lot of fun at that. Parents too, I guess. That's going to come up on Sunday night at 4, and then athletic boosters provide a meal, a free will donation. Come out and get it. 4 o'clock is the color run, and between 4 and 5 is when the Booster Club grill out is. Hot dog, chips, and bottle of water maybe. Free will donation, and then at 5 o'clock we'll start the festivities with a couple Powder Puff football games, and then in between, like halves of the Powder Puff and in between games is kind of when all the rest of the community pep rally stuff that would normally happen on Monday night is going to happen on Sunday night now, and so kind of make that a bigger event on Sunday night to kick off homecoming week, and then obviously as we get through the week, different activities throughout the week, games and dress-up days and all those fun things happening at the high school, and then Friday, of course, we get out early and have the parade at 2:30 downtown, and then the homecoming game next Friday night, and then the high schoolers obviously have the dance on Saturday night. So a fun week ahead for our kids, and hopefully we can regroup here from this Friday and come back next Friday ready to roll. But everybody looks forward to homecoming week.
You missed an incomplete pass and 10 yards worth of penalties. Fouts still in the game. Rumbling forward for about, maybe 7 yards there, 6 yards. So it'll be now should be third down because they threw an incomplete pass on first down. Down did not count.
Evidently.
So that'll be now second down and 14. I'm just kind of blown away right now, Coach. That's just crazy. Second down now and 14. And Roeder still in a quarterback. 6 seconds on the play clock. He hands the ball off to Fouts, and he gets drilled in the backfield and dropped. It looked like that was Jaden Dickerson.
That's McManus again on the nice
good
play.
tackle.
Yeah, really nice play there by McManus.
So he's going to actually lose a yard there. So it'll be third down and 15. That was a really good stick in there by McManus.
Yeah, really good job of filling that hole and putting the Red Oak runner on his back. Suppose they throw it here on third down?
I hope not, but they probably will. Third down and 15. And there's a play-action pass, and Roeder
picked off by Spangler.
It's intercepted by Jade Spangler, and that's kind of what you get.
Yeah.
It's not going to amount to anything tonight. Good for Spangler. It's really good play. But, yeah,
it's our ball.
Kind of at a loss for words.
Yeah, it's our ball,
Coach.
Our ball.
Next week will be better.
25.
We'll be able to have the stream.
We'll be able to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, we'll be hospitable. Everyone else will, because they were hospitable.
I bet you they even get like drinks and stuff up in our press box. They get to take them right out of that press box refrigerator.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mr. Weiner does a really good job up there. It's always stocked full during the games.
Yeah.
You did too when you were there. I was never up there, but that's what I was told.
Yeah. Try to be gracious hosts,
40 seconds to go until the end of the game. Twyman drops back to pass, floats one deep on the right side. It's tipped in, nearly intercepted. McManus looked like he was right there, but Roeder just kind of stuck his hands up right at the end to knock the pass down. Going to bring up second down. Are we going to get another play in, Coach? 20 seconds.
Yeah, we're going to call one. We're going to call one and see what happens.
Dynamite analysis. 10 seconds. I'm thinking they're going to get this one off. Twins to each side. Twyman takes a snap, looks to throw, steps up in the pocket, and he is sacked by Cole Thornton. Starter for the Red Oak Tigers ends the ball game, and that'll be the final. We're going to step aside for a few minutes here and reassess some things, and then we'll be back for a recap.
Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah has been here over 25 years, and they specialize in financing. Buy here, pay here. At Sorensen Auto Plaza, they finance all credit types. Bad credit, no problem. Visit SorensenAutoplaza.com to apply for financing and stop by and visit us on Sheridan Avenue. Sorensen Auto Plaza, proud to support this Shenandoah live stream.
Every inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Besides a tweet.
We are back in Red Oak. Coach, put a bow on this one here. 47-0 Mustangs on the wrong side of the rivalry game. Go to 2-2 on the year.
Yeah, Red Oak just had a little bit more speed. We gave them some short field position, a couple different plays, a couple onside kicks that didn't go our way. One that we didn't pick up deep that they had kicked deep too, and so some just unfortunate things happened for us. And then you throw in the Blake Harold and Dalton Nathan injuries. It just makes it even more difficult. And by the way it sounds, after talking to our trainer from the Shenandoah Medical Center at halftime, Jake Johnson, those 2 injuries might be long term, which would be just unfortunate for Shenandoah, because those are 2 guys that we kind of count on to make some big plays on defense and on offense. And but we'll regroup and come back for homecoming week, and hopefully the energy level will be up and kids will be excited to come back. And Clark is over in Clarinda for their homecoming tonight, and they're getting, the last I checked, they were getting beat by Clarinda, and so maybe they'll come in a little beat up as well, and we'll have a better opportunity next Friday night.
Well, I feel like that just
is that good?
I feel like that just about wraps it up. Again, Coach, homecoming next week. A lot of the festivities sound like they're going to be a lot of fun. Everything starts 4 o'clock on Sunday at the football field to start for the color run and the hot dog feed and the powder puff and the pep rally. Lots of fun starting on Sunday, working their way all the way up through the game on Friday, and, of course, the dance for the kids. But should be a lot of fun next week. We're looking forward to it, showing your community pride, showing your community support. Folks, we appreciate you sticking it out with us tonight. It's always a fun broadcast to do the broadcast, but it was a tough one. We couldn't show you what we were looking at, and we do apologize for that. Out of our control, and we appreciate our loyal fans, and we'll see you next week where you have live pictures. Coach, do we have a volleyball game at home next week?
Nope. Brody's sitting in front of us saying nope.
Okay.
I think we play at Atlantic, triangular with Atlantic and Kemper on Tuesday, and maybe no game on Thursday. I don't think there's a game on Thursday, so I think it's just the triangular on Tuesday night this coming week.
Well, fair enough. Well, we'll step aside, and if that's the case, then we'll see all of you Friday at 7 o'clock at Mustang Field around Ray Graves track. Good night, everybody.